Hi, my lovely friends. Welcome back to the Lovely Stranger Tarot. My name is Jasmin. I'm Pisces Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Aquarius Rising. Today's topic will be, and this will be like a huge reading, so get a snack and cup of tea or some other beverage and sit down, enjoy. Today's topic will be what will happen in 2020. Can you believe this is a new decade? Well, I have high hopes on this new one. I mean, the Roaring Twenties of the last century. This I hope it will be like similar to that one. Okay. Today I have 5 piles. So if you watched me before, then you know that I usually have 4 piles, but today I thought this will be a huge reading, so I will have 5 piles. If you would prefer that, then leave a comment, and I will think about doing 5 piles. I mean, the new camera is very good for that. So yeah, maybe we should start it, okay? So we have 5 piles. This is pile number 1. This is a nature colored agate. Number 2 is a pink agate. Number 3 is the carnelian. Number 4 is a raw clear quartz. And number 5 is my fluorite. If you need more time to choose, then please pause the video here, take a few deep and mindful breaths, and I will see you at your pile. Welcome back, pile number 1. As usual, I drew some oracle cards and some tarot cards. You have the new moon in Gemini, communication is key. Books, your life purpose. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Music, your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. Freya, bold. Don't you think she looks like Katy Perry? Unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. Medicine Mother, honor your inner knowing. Happy. Children, your love life is being affected by children. For the tarot cards, you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. Pile number 1. This year, 2020, will be a shift for you, I believe, because we have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. This is usually that things start to go in your favor. You know, the Wheel of Life is turning in your favor. So there must have been something in 2019. It doesn't have to be too of a bad situation, but it was kind of uncomfortable, I feel. This is like when I see the Four of Pentacles, this is usually, when I see it in the upright, this is usually a very uncomfortable card for me. I mean, not always, it depends on the other surrounding cards, but usually it's a little bit uncomfortable because the Four of Pentacles is holding on to something very tightly. Usually, I mean, if you know maybe the Rider-Waite, there's a guy holding 4 coins, one on his or 2 underneath his feet, 1 in his arms, and 1 on his head. So this is not a very comfortable position. His grip is very tight, and he cannot let go. And this is yeah, this to me feels kind of uncomfortable because when you hold on to things like this tightly, there is no air for things to improve, of course. I mean, things will probably not go worse, but they probably will not improve because we can't, because there is no flow, there is no movement in that, okay? So, yeah, the Four of Pentacles in the upright is very uncomfortable, but I think there was a situation that was maybe it was the whole year, something doesn't feel very comfortable in 2019 for you, part number one. But with the reversed Four of Pentacles, this is something that you can let go of now, okay? And maybe you talk it out with somebody. We have the communication is key. The Gemini in New Moon, maybe you talked it out with somebody. Maybe there was something with family or friends, and you talked it out with that person. Or it might be that maybe you did counseling for 2019. Maybe there was something that you had, weighing you down. So you were searching for a counselor and you talked it out, and you found your solutions for whatever weighed you down, okay? And I think now you're coming into the Queen of Wands modus. I mean, this is my favorite queen. Um, and yeah, because she is so beautiful, so passionate, sexy, okay, and she's very comfortable in her own skin and body. So she feels very satisfied with the way she looks, with her body, and she likes to use her body too because she's very sexual, and she's very satisfied with herself. She's almost like the cat who got the cream, like lying around, like licking the paw. And usually the Queen of Wands in the Rider-Waite is also with a black cat, so she is a little bit witchy. Okay, so maybe you are like feeling good in your skin again. Maybe there was something that made you feel uncomfortable, all in all, also within your body, but I think you will pick up the energy of the Queen of Wands, okay? And like I said, the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Of course, now there is a time that things will turn in your favor. And I think this is like 2020 will probably only be the start of something, because I have a really, really settled and calm vibe. There is nothing too fancy. I mean, of course, maybe you will meet some friends, maybe you will go out a little bit more than you did before, or you have something to celebrate, like maybe you have a new job. This could be with a seven, because this is paired with a Seven of Pentacles. So maybe you have to celebrate a new job. And the Seven of Pentacles is, you planted the seeds and now you're waiting for them to grow. So maybe if you start a new job, or maybe you finished college for the younger viewers, or school. I mean, we have in Germany, the school system is a little bit different, and but maybe you are finishing school or university, and this is to celebrate, okay? But now the working starts. You planted your seeds, and now you're waiting for them to grow. But I don't think you have a big problem with that. First of all, I mean, we have the happy card, so I think yeah, this is the same vibe I get from this one. This is, you feel very, very comfortable within yourself. You are not very stressed. I have the vibe that you are very calm, that you are very grounded in yourself, but still, I think you feel very happy within yourself, within your body. There is something that very grounded in that pile. Okay, number one. And of course, yeah, you are bold. When you feel good within yourself, then you can allow yourself to be bold. So maybe yeah, maybe you are starting a new career, whether you play music, maybe you play an instrument, or you are singer, or maybe dancer. This is also, it can tie in with music as well. Or maybe there's something else and you want to be a writer. And this is what you start and what you planted the seeds in 2019. So maybe this is the year that you're waiting to get published, or that you're waiting for a record deal, or maybe you put up a YouTube channel with yeah, some while you're singing, or you're playing instruments. I mean, there are so amazing people on YouTube that do a cappella stuff, and playing the guitar, and this is so amazing. And I think this is the year to start something new for you, because you feel so grounded in yourself. And, this grounded place is you have the roots set, and now it's time to flourish. Okay, part number one. And last but not least, you have the medicine mother. This concludes everything. I think you feel, yeah, you know that everything is well, that you are well, that you are good as you are. And this is the place to start a new journey, okay? So, pile number one, I think this is really, really good. You're very grounded, so you can start something new. Oh, and I forgot the children. Maybe also, of course, you could have children. This is maybe also. Um, yeah, the reason to celebrate. And this is also, maybe you're pregnant this year, maybe it's time for a new baby, or your first baby. I mean, this can also tie in with these. You have to you can celebrate a new life, and you planted the seeds already, and now they are growing, and it will grow as your baby, maybe. So golly, maybe. And yeah, part number one, I really like that. So I think this is a start of something new for you, and you're starting from a very good start, or from a very good place, I have to say. Okay, part number one. If you like that, then please leave a like. Consider maybe to subscribe to my channel. I would be very happy. Maybe you leave a comment down below, because this really, really supports my channel. And yeah, I really love to connect with you. And yeah, I wish you a very nice week and a happy new year, my lovely friends. Bye. See you next week. Welcome back, pile number one. As usual, I drew you some oracle cards as well as some tarot cards. You have New Moon in Aries, it's time to take action. Writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. Lakshmi, bright future. Stop worrying, everything is going to be fine. You have the Seer. See beyond the current situation. You have the High Priest. Intend and create. Clean it up. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. For the tarot cards, you have the the Ace of Cups, the Judgment card, Seven of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Five of Swords. Pile number two. I think this year will be a fresh and new slate for you. Okay, we have the clean it up card, so I think everything starts there. Okay, when you had some issues with people, when you had some arguments with people, and yeah, maybe when you had arguments with maybe your parents. It depends on where maybe you are a younger person, and maybe you had some difficulties with your parents, and yeah, they were not agreeing with something that you want to do. And maybe this was weighing you down a lot. Okay, maybe you were just thinking about, like, overthinking what you should do. There is a new starting point, I have the feeling. Okay, and right now is the time to take action. We have again a new moon, so I think the 2020 will be a fresh new slate for you, where you can start something else. But what you have to do is take action. When you did the first step, I think everything will fall in place, because in the middle of the reading, you have the bright future card, and everything will be fine. Okay, so maybe you don't see it right now. I mean, look at the seer here. She has, like a veil over her eyes, but she sees everything because she looks within. Okay, I mean, of course she looks into the crystal ball, but everything that she sees comes from within. So this is also what you have to know. Okay, because everything that everything will be fine. This is what you have to know, and from there you can start. Okay, then you can take action, what you feel that is right for you. Okay, and yeah, this is the starting point. You have to know everything is going to be all right. Okay, don't worry, everything will be fine. And then you set your intention to something, and then you can create it. So as long or as soon as you know that you are safe, then you can start create. Nobody can create when they feel like in danger. Whether it's you don't have money, or whether it's like you live in an environment that is dangerous. Maybe that you live with your parents that are in a kind of toxic familiar sorry, toxic familiar environment, or maybe a toxic partner, or maybe yeah, some toxic friends or something, or maybe a toxic workplace, or no money, like you don't have a workplace. Everything that is very, very hard. When you feel the lack and when you feel worried, then you cannot manifest. Okay, so what you have to know is that you are safe. Look at the card. Okay, focus on the card, all the yellow and blue, and you are safe. Okay, the universe will catch you, whatever you do. Okay, and even if stuff doesn't work out right away, don't worry. There is always another opportunity. And I see for you, maybe the writing, maybe you have an idea for your new career, or for your career when you are a very young person. Maybe you want to be an author, a writer, screenplay, um, whatnot. What there is all what has to do with writing. Okay, so maybe you want to do that, but I have the feeling there was some resistance, whether from you. This could also be that you were like overthinking everything, and were like, how could I possibly live from that? But right now is really the time to let go of the control issues. I know this is the love deck, but I think this also ties in with the whole situation. I think right now you're holding something very tightly, and you should let go, and have faith and trust that everything will be fine. Okay, everything will be fine. Repeat after me. I will be fine. So, as soon as you let go, everything will fall in place. Okay, and I also see. Sorry, also see when you let go of your control issues. These both cards match so well. You let go of the control issues and just enjoy. She is not trying to control anything. The only thing that she is doing is enjoying. She has no goal right now. She just smells the flowers and enjoys the moment. And this is really what you have to do. You have to let go of control, of a tight grip. Okay, stop overthinking everything and just take action. It doesn't have to be, if you want to write, then maybe start to write like 1 or 2 chapters of something that you really like. Maybe you want to publish a book or something, and then you send this to agents, and they don't search for like the perfect author. Okay, they search for people that have talent and then that have passion and that translates to the paper. Okay, so or maybe you write poems and you try to get them published in some magazines. Just do small steps. So when you move forward, then something can move. Okay, so as soon as you let go of the control and just start to take action, everything will start to flow again. Okay, just like just like the Ace of Cups. And can you see how the cup's overflowing? And whether this ace is you and you are overflowing because you stop overthinking and you're just doing what makes you, what makes your heart sing. Just when you want to write, then do it. Try to get published or just do it for yourself. Okay, but as soon as this is your as long as this is your passion, then just do it and you will start to overflow. And when you feel very good and when you feel very happy, then you can attract opportunities. Okay, and I see that for you. I see a big opportunity for you. May it be in love. This is only this is a spark of a new beginning. Okay, so when you have the Ace of Cups, of course, this is usually feelings. Okay, but this can also be like a passionate new start within yourself, like you feel good, you overflow with joy. Okay, and this will give you a new opportunity for some fresh new start. Okay, and I think there are not even only one opportunity. There's not even only one opportunity. There might be plenty of them. Okay, and you have to decide and choose wisely which one you have to you want to take, so that you can flourish, that you can be prosper. Okay, but like I said, if one opportunity doesn't turn out well, no problem. You have so many. Just take another one. Just take another cup. And, maybe you have to do it 3 times, 4 times. Who cares? Okay. The only thing that matters is that you get onto the horse again and try anew. Because, of course, this is not failing when something is not working out. This is just life. You learn, you grow, and then you take another cup, and maybe next time it will work totally fine. And like I said, everything will be fine. And I think by the end of the year, you will feel like the Queen of Wands. Funny enough, the Queen of Wands was also in pile 1, so maybe you want to check that out too. And if you're drawn to that, maybe. And this queen, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, this queen is just feeling so good within herself. She knows she's beautiful. She knows that she can do everything she wants. She's a little bit witchy. The black cat is like the psychic ability. So, her intuition is very good, on point. She sees herself as prosperous, and she's very proud. Okay, and I think by the end of the year you will be in that energy, and all the pettiness, all the arguments, you're better than that. Okay, so this doesn't bother you anymore. Right now, this maybe is very like obvious in your life, okay? Like all the arguments and all the not feeling like, feeling bad, something like that. But by the end of the year, you are in that energy. And, this is like, she is standing above this, okay? All the pettiness. This is not for her. She's proud. She's like, if you want to fight, don't try it, okay? Try me, I will, I will, you know, I will send you to the crocodiles. So, so this, you will be over that by the end of the year. Pile number 2. So pile number 2, I really like your reading. You can really start a new thing, a new endeavor, or maybe a new relationship. And I see you doing that. So if you like that reading, then maybe leave a like. If you have not yet, then consider to subscribe and maybe leave a comment down below, because this really, really, really supports my channel very much. So I hope you have a great week and a happy new year, and I will see you next week. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. As usual, I drew you some oracle cards as well as some tarot cards. You have the full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Heart's desire. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. You have energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. Then you have Una. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Then you have Damara, guiding children. You are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Then you have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. You have Eagle. You have a lot of cards. See from a higher perspective. You have the Knight. Be brave and honest. Then you have the Fates. The Judgment card in reverse. You have the 9 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords. And the 3 of Cups, in reverse. Pile number 3. Please don't hate me. There is nothing bad here. But I think you are in a situation that you want to run away from as soon as possible. Not maybe run, but you want to get out of something, of a situation, maybe a job, maybe a home life situation, and you cannot wait to get out of that. And but I think you have to wait a little bit longer, at least in 2020. There is nothing bad with that, okay? But when I saw, and this is the middle of the reading, so I saw the Judgment card in reverse, and this for me is usually a new beginning, a resurrection of some sorts when it's in the upright. And I mean, you see all the dead people resurrected by the angel, but this was in reverse, okay? And I was like, it looks like this person has to stay in limbo just for a little bit longer, but everything will turn out fine before you hate on me and, close the video, please wait. And yeah, and we also have the fates. I have to tell you, I had to look that up because I already had the fates a lot of times, but I don't know why I cannot remember the meaning. Every time I have to look it up, and it was actually the exact same meaning as this. Okay, right now is not the time. Or let's say you can change the things that can be changed, but it's also very good to know what you cannot change and to accept what you cannot change. So I think right now, maybe, like, let me tell you like a little story about myself. I was in a, or I am, let's say, I was in a work situation. I was not very happy. And yeah, I tried to find a new job, and I would not find a new job. I went to some job interviews, and but it doesn't fit. And the job situation was very bad. I had a very bad boss. Okay, and but let me tell you, karma fixed everything for me. And but this was not the right timing. As you know, I wished, I prayed every day that something would happen. And now I'm very happy I was in that situation so long, because I learned so much about myself. And I learned that, everything like karma is a bee, you know, and it will come back to you when you are a good person, when you are honest, when you're honest and brave, when you are telling the truth, when you're a good person, then the fates, then you will be, you will be, I forgot the word, like you will be, you will get a gift of kind of sort. And when you do shady things, then this will come back to you, just like my ex-boss did on him. Okay, he did shady things, and then he, yeah, I don't want to get in detail, but yeah, karma fixed it for me, and now I am free. And as soon as the boss was gone, I was invited for a new job interview, just like that. I didn't have to do much. Like, I was getting out some application, and ta-da, there is your job interview. So right now is the time. Like, I was in that job for 1.5 years, and right now is just the time for you, just like I was in that 1.5 years. Okay, right now you don't see it yet. Okay, you don't see why, but you will soon. I think you will, within this year, understand why you are in your situation. And you right now you cannot leave the situation. Okay, and you also have the Eight of Swords, and I think you're feeling trapped. I think you want to get out of the situation. It might be like me, like maybe a job that you want to quit, but you cannot find a new one for whatever reason. Or maybe like a house situation. Maybe your house is old, you have maybe mold in the living room, whatever, and you just cannot find a new home for you. And but this, soon it will be revealed why. Okay, so, and conclusions are within reach. So I don't think you have to stay in that situation for the whole 2020, but I think this will take longer than you think. I think you want to leave right away, whatever this is, but I think you have to stay there just for a while so that you can see the purpose of that. Okay, and your heart's desire might be to go away, but the angels, they are protecting you, okay, and they want for you to become your dreams to become reality. But I think this has something to do with divine timing, and right now is not the right time. Soon you will know why. Maybe maybe you find the perfect job that you would not have gotten if you would have left early, or maybe like I did, like maybe you have a hard time with your boss, and maybe the boss is fired, or maybe you got promoted and now you're over your ex-boss, okay. Just everything will turn out absolutely fine. We have the Nine of Pentacles and also the Ten of Pentacles, so the outcome will be amazing, okay. So you will have abundance. You will feel you have abundance and you will feel abundant, okay? Everything will be just perfectly, okay? And maybe you just get to know yourself a little bit better in that situation. And I know when you're in a bad situation, this may be not nice to hear, but sometimes when you look at, when you are in the now and the situation is in the past, you look at the situation and you think like, I learned so much about myself, okay? And maybe this is what you discover about yourself, that you are able to heal. Maybe you can heal like the people within your surrounding, or maybe you discover that this is your life purpose, okay. So and don't be too hard on yourself. I see that maybe you try to push, and maybe you're very disappointed about something is not happening, and maybe you blame yourself, okay, but don't do that, okay. Just try to accept it as it is, okay. Maybe try to meditate. Maybe if you have not meditated yet, then this is the time to start meditation. And if you do meditate, then maybe it's time to deepen that, okay. Maybe you meditated 10 minutes a day before. Maybe it's time to start to amp it up, like do half an hour or an hour, okay. So maybe half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening. So I think this will keep you in the now and will calm you down very much so. What does it say? There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing, okay? So the angels want your best, and this is why you are in a very uncomfortable situation. But it will be for your highest good. You will have the Ten of Pentacles for a reward. This is the word I was searching for. You will be rewarded for what you endure right now, okay? And you are helping children. Maybe the situation involves children. Maybe you are in a marriage that is not very happy and you have children already. And now it's your turn to guide your children, to protect your children, even in that situation. And maybe this will lead you to something, okay? Maybe you will have an aha moment with some children. Children are very, very honest, and children, we have the Knight again. So maybe you have to be honest with your child. Maybe you want a divorce, and you don't know how to talk with your children or your child, and you have to be honest and brave. And later on, this will be rewarded, okay? And for your love life, this is influenced by religion. Maybe the situation you want to get out is maybe it can be. I know I talked about that, and I don't want to some religious people are very sensitive. I don't want to attack anybody who is religious or something, but some, and I only talk about some families are very religious, and this is like a little bit smothering, okay, for the children. So maybe this is the situation, maybe this is the case, that you live in a very smothering household and you just want to leave. Maybe you have sisters or brothers, like little siblings or something, and maybe, you know, this is right now why you cannot leave, because you have to protect them and be like, you know, the rock for them, okay. And yeah, the last card is the Three of Cups in reverse. So I think there will be celebrations in the end, okay. You will be rewarded for what you endure right now, and I think you will look about the situation and say, like, you know, it was hard, but I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about my abilities, about my strength, and this will be rewarded, okay. This will be monetarily rewarded, and you will celebrate it. But right now it's in the reverse. So no, this is now this is the reverse. Right now this is in the reverse, and yeah, you can almost see it, you can almost taste it, but not quite yet. Soon you can celebrate, you know, your successes, okay, but not right now. I think you will understand throughout the year why you are kept in this situation just for a little bit longer, and yeah, you will definitely see that, and just stay strong, and you can do this, and you know, spirit has your back. Your angels and your spirit guides are with you, and just try to accept, try to relax and breathe through it, okay, so everything will be fine in the end. Okay, pile number 3. I wish you a lot of strength for that. And if that resonated, then please leave a like. Consider to subscribe if you have not yet. And maybe leave a comment down below, because this really supports my channel. And I really love to talk to you and to read the cards for you. So I wish you a very good week and a happy new year. And I will see you next week. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. Usually this would be the last pile, but we have 5 today, so you're not the last. I drew some orca cards as well as some tarot cards, and these are your orca cards. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Oh, you have full moons. 2 full moons. Full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Then you have new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. You have the environmentalist. And I swear you cannot make that up. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. And then you have the animals, and I swear, like the environmentalist came out, and then the animals flew out. And first I was like, was that for 5? But I didn't ask the question even. So this was also for 4. And this matches so well. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as the animals are part of your life's work. Then you have Maeve, cycles and rhythm. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Then you have Lord, take charge with authority. Then you have 45, time to go, not let go, time to go. 10, unfinished simple. I cannot talk right now. Why? Why is that? Do you have problems with talking out what you want? Maybe. Unfinished symphony. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Then you have the Death in reverse. Then you have the Lovers. Five of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, and the Five of Cups. Sorry, I have to, this is not sponsored, but I have to take some water. So, pile number 4. Let me see. In the middle of this reading, we have the retreat card. It's time to disconnect from the world. And I don't think this is meant in the way of a holiday or some just like take some time off or something. I think this is disconnecting from the world as you knew it before. Okay. I think you were waiting for something to change and it didn't. We have the Death card in reverse. So, when the Death card is in the upright, then it's usually just a transition, okay? Something is dying, yes, but something else gets born. This is the cycle of life, and we also have the cycles and rhythm card, okay? So I think you some cycle has ended, but right now the new cycle has not begun yet, and I think you have to take that into your own hands. This could be, and if you are in a happy relationship, this is not, maybe this is not for you in general, or maybe this has some different meaning for you. But with the Lovers card and the Death in reverse, this could mean that maybe you are ending a relationship. Okay, so maybe the relationship you are in is dead for a longer time now. Okay, you at least you feel like that. Okay, maybe there all the joy has left, and you are staying with that person maybe out of convenience, maybe out of the devil, like it was a known situation. You knew the person, so it was a comfortable relationship. But I think you have to decide now. You have to make a decision which way to go, okay? And this is, when you see the time to go card, she is taking it's not the stairway to heaven, but it's like a pathway into the heavens, okay? And I think it's time for you now to make a decision. When you know the or heard it, maybe the original lover card, the Lover's card, was with a man and 2 women. And the man had to decide which one to take. It was a heart and mind decision. The one she had, money, and the other one he loved. And so he had to decide what to do. And now you have to decide what to do, okay? Do you want to stay in this situation out of convenience? Or do you leave and maybe find a path to heaven, okay? So, and I think you also have the feeling, and by the way, first you had the time to go card, and this is 45, and this means 9, and then you have the Unfinished Symphony, and this is a 10. So this is, taking steps. Something is ending, and soon something new will begin, but you have to decide what you want to do, okay? And you have an Unfinished Symphony, so maybe this situation you are in, or this relationship, didn't leave you fulfilled as you wished for, okay? Maybe you have the feeling that you left some part of yourself behind, and this part is to be resurrected, okay? And maybe, yeah, maybe you are married. Of course, there are a lot of young people that are not married yet, but maybe you are married and yeah, you wanted to play music, and now you are married. Maybe you have a kid or two or three, and yeah, and now you think about your youth where you used to play the piano. I mean, it doesn't have to be that dramatic, but I think you have the feeling like, is that all? you know, like isn't there something I have to do? What about my life purpose? Okay, I maybe you have the feeling there is so much more to see and to uh, uh, um, to live. So much more life to live, and this is how you're feeling right now. Okay, maybe you long for something else. And yeah, it's you have the Lord, so take charge with authority. So maybe it's time that you take the lead of your life again. But what you need is a plan. Okay, so you better not just throw everything away, but first make a plan what to do. Okay, maybe you talk about that with some friend or with a family member or something, and you have to make a plan what to do next. You should not just stop everything and throw everything away. I think yeah, I think you should make a plan beforehand, and this is what the Lord also would do. He's a warlord, so he always has a plan, and this is how he won the war. Okay, and I think maybe you feel like you cannot, in that situation or in this relationship, you cannot be the real you, okay? And maybe you have a longing for being free, for being disconnected from the world, okay? At least from the world as you knew it. Until now. So I think you want to be yourself again, and this is why you have to make the decision. And of course, I mean, what should I say? More luck is on your side. I think as soon as you make this decision, um, you know, it will fall in place. You have the luck is on your side, and also the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So I think as soon as you take this decision, make this decision, the feeling of lack will end. This will be over. I think maybe you are not like, from the exterior, you're not in the lack. Like, I think you might have money. Maybe this is why you were staying in that situation, because it was paid well, or yeah, your spouse is maybe wealthy, or your boyfriend or whatever, or girlfriend. I don't want to exclude anybody. You feel it, right? But this inner lack mentality will end, and yeah, you can start fresh. There you have the new moon, so this is a brand new beginning for you. Okay, and what makes me think this might be a relationship is the King of Cups in reverse. So I think this might be your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your wife. Okay, doesn't matter which gender. So yeah, I think you might, and I think it will be sad a bit, of course. Okay, so I mean, the Five of Cups, yeah, this is always a little bit sad, but this is also a new beginning. Of course, three, in the original Rider-Waite, there are three, empty on the floor, but two are still full. And this is what you should concentrate on, okay? The full two cups. So, of course, this is a little bit of saying goodbye, but when you turn around and when you overcome this grief, maybe, or this sadness, then there are waiting new cups, brand new full cups for you, okay? And then you have the environmentalists and animals. I think this is maybe where you want to go, or maybe this is where you want to turn. Maybe yeah, maybe you want to volunteer, or maybe uh, yeah, on environmentalism, like, or maybe helping animals, or I mean, what you can do, like when there's an animal shelter, you can walk the dogs or clean the cat house, or something like that. We also have the animals, or maybe you get a dog, and this is what helps you immensely, because you walk every day, you have to work every day, go outside, get some sunlight, and this is what helps you very, very much. So I think, and maybe you find some friends if you want volunteer there. Maybe you will find a support system that will help you with this new cycle of your life. Okay. So pile number 4. I know this is yeah, maybe it might be a little bit sad, but it will be for your best. Okay. So I hope this resonated and you liked it. If so, then leave a like. If you have not yet, then please consider subscribing and maybe leave a comment down below, because this helps my channel so, so much. I wish you a very nice week and Happy New Year. And I will see you next week. Bye. Last but not least, pile number 5. I drew you some oracle cards as well as some tarot cards. You have bring love into the situation, Aquarius new moon. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in the Sagittarius. And you have crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Then you have practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. You have Mother Mary. Expect miracles. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. And then the next 3 cards, this is so funny, because maybe if you watched my last reading, then these 3 came out together as well. So we have the Stargazer, set your sights higher. We have the Elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Then you have the Hunter, track down your fears and desires. Then you have higher power, release your ex. It's this, well, the time has come to clear energy. For the tarot, you have the 3 of coins in reverse, Temperance, the 7 of coins, the 8 of swords, and the moon. Pile number 5, you are the most spiritual pile out of all. Okay, so first of all, this is a card I never had before, like I never drew before, and this is the higher power. And I had to look it up, and it says that the most important thing right now is the relationship to source. So like what you call it, God, Allah, the universe, spirit, source, what you want to call it. And this is the most important connection right now. Okay, so I think the year 2020 will revolve for you about your spirituality and about yourself, maybe finding yourself, finding the connection between you and spirit. Okay, then you have the release your ex card. Maybe this is something that happened. Maybe you're still hooked up to your ex, but actually, I don't think in this case this is that important. The most important thing is what it said underneath it. It's the time has come to clear your energy. I think right now this is the most important thing for you to do. I think you should clear yourself. Maybe you are getting into crystal, like healing with crystals, and crystals are a very, very good tool to clear out everything. Okay, maybe start to change. Sorry, to sage like your aura. I mean, I have this is not sage. I don't know the English word, but this is also very good. You know, this is like very good for your aura, you know, to clean your aura and to set yourself in a good mood. Just like smudge something, like smudge sticks or Palo Santo. Or Palo Santo I have here too. This is a very, very small piece, but this smells so good. Like Palo Santo is so tasty. So maybe you get into that, you know, like working with crystals and smudging yourself, and I think this is very good for you if you would do that regularly. I mean, be careful with the sage because sage clears out every energy. So it might be when you sage a lot that you feel a little bit drained because this also drains like the good energy out of you. So better use Palo Santo. This is perfect. Okay, so this will set you in a very good mood. And I think this year you will just recognize how spiritual you are as a being. Okay, I think you will set your goals higher. Maybe you don't even, yeah, you don't wasn't even thinking about spirituality that much, like within the last years or ever. So, but I think maybe. There is something new, like in 2020, that will bring you to the path of spirituality. And maybe this will make you ask questions about your upbringing, or maybe about your culture, maybe, and like, okay, you know, it's been done like this like forever, but is it right? I mean, only because it's done forever, you know, is it right to do? Or maybe should we change something up? You know, I think you start to really think about like your environment and like you know, yourself. Do I want to do that? I mean, only that, you know, because people did it for centuries. So do I want to do this? Only because it's tradition, I don't have to do it. Okay, I can turn myself into something else. And I think you will get to know yourself very, very well in 2020. Okay, track down your fears and desires. I think you will do soul searching. Maybe you have even like a little bit of dark night of the soul, just or maybe you had it in 2019. That might be. And then now that you feel like, oh, you know, I am set on a totally new path, like a totally new spiritual path. Okay. And this might also be and this might also be that you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, because right, you know, when you have it like this, then you are a newbie and you have to start all over again. But maybe you are out of the newbie status already. So I think your spiritual skills might heighten, your inner wisdom will grow. And I mean, of course, you have the Temperance card. So this is like you're very, very balanced. I think you get to know yourself so well. Okay. And maybe you will also heighten your self-love. Okay. It says bring love to the situation, but this love can whether be the love to spirit, and you know, when you love yourself, then you always love spirit. Okay, because you also have a divine spark in yourself. When you love yourself, you know, this is actually when you despise yourself, when you talk down on to you, then you talk down on the spirit, because you have that divine spark. Everybody has. Okay, And I think you recognize that everything is connected, and that you have that spark, okay, that magical spark of source, and that you are divine too. Everybody is divine. I think you will just recognize it, just like having an aha moment, like, oh, I am divine. Like, I should not talk down on me, or I should treat myself like I would treat my friend or everybody else. But maybe I should treat myself even better than everybody else, because I am divine and I deserve it. Okay. And I think you said, yeah, this would tie in with the Three of Swords and Reverse. I think you set the seeds already, and now you're waiting to grow. Okay. Um, I said you're growing, and this was a mishap, but I think you are waiting for you to grow, okay? And I think right now maybe you feel a little bit tied up because you see your potential already, but maybe you are in a situation that you cannot flourish right away. I think maybe you have to release something beforehand and clear your energy. So maybe you are still a little bit in the dark night of the soul, and you're coming out of it. You can already see the light at the end of the tunnel, but right now you're still in it. But 2020, you can get out of that, okay? And yeah, you have the moon, of course. This is new territory. What you enter. Okay, so of course, this might be a little bit frightening, but your senses will be heightened, your intuition will be heightened. You will feel something like a very, very new connection to source, and I think you will feel as spiritual as, like, I think you have a spiritual awakening this year. And probably you started in 2019, and you will come out um, of the very dark part of it, and you come now into the light part. So the moon illuminates the dark. So right now you're probably a little bit in the dark, and you're a little bit afraid of what is for you to come. But don't be afraid, because the moon will illuminate it. And you know, you're protected. You have Mother Mary on your side. And it says, have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered, and, expect a miracle. So your prayers are heard, and the outcome will be great, okay? You will get to know yourself much better. You will be much more spiritual. The relationship with spirit will be renewed and will be very, very good. And your intuition will be heightened. And yeah, this will be your year of spirituality, pile number 5. I really like that. And I wish you all the best. I wish you a wonderful week and a happy new year. And yeah, if you liked that and this resonated, then leave a like. If you have not yet, then consider to subscribe, or maybe leave a comment down below, because this supports my channel very, very much. Yeah, pile number 5. I hope I see you in the next year. So I see you. Bye.